Hello again. Well, I just watched a rather interesting little video clip and I just read a rather interesting article. It's on the Right Scoop. I will attach the link. You won't have to look for it. Now, once you've spent a few minutes watching this little video clip, it's got Bret Baier of Fox News, and he's interviewing a gentleman by the name of Eric Stahl, S-T-A-H-L. Eric Stahl was the C-17 pilot on standby. And you'll understand what that really means when you watch the video and read the article. Eric Stahl finally came out, and the reason that he came out to talk about this is because he's tired of all the lies that have been spewed. Eric Stahl was in Germany on standby at Rheinstein Air Base. He was on standby. And he said that he could have flown to Benghazi in 3.5 hours. And it would have taken, at the maximum, about 1.5 hours to get their C-17 ready for flight. So they could have been there in 5 hours on the ground. The battle raged for 8.5 hours before the murders of those innocent Americans took place. He also said that when the aircraft took off from Benghazi, it had 32 survivors that walked on board, and 2 were carried on stretchers. And he said what he found really interesting is they were talking about some kind of video. They couldn't understand why anyone was talking about a video because they knew what happened. They were there. They were there. They knew what happened. What's interesting is he also said that he was ordered to stand by 30 days before this event took place. Go watch MOV 01868. It might explain why that's the case. What's also interesting is he said that once they landed back in Germany, everyone was taken off the airplane. The bodies of the 4 Americans were still on the airplane, and the survivors were put on a small private jet. And the doorway was so narrow that they had to strap the 2 injured members of their party onto their stretchers and turn them sideways to get them in. There was a real rush to get them out of there and keep them quiet. He also said that when they were flying back from Benghazi to Germany, they mentioned that everyone knew what happened. They knew it was an inside job. They said that one of the bad guys had given the terrorists specific information as to the location of the CIA annex, as to the personnel that were inside, etc., etc. And he said that they knew that it was a terrorist attack right from the get-go. And a lot of the phones that were captured by the enemy, these are CIA state phones, they were used by the enemy to let their commanders in their upper echelon know of the success of their mission. That information was captured live by our government. Those phone conversations were captured live. In other words, Hillary Rotten Clinton and Obama lied when they went into the Rose Garden. Obama lied when he went in front of the United Nations and blamed it on the video. It had nothing to do with the video. They knew it right from the very beginning. I don't understand why there needs to be a special committee investigating Benghazi. It's all here. Bret Baier and this hero, as far as I'm concerned, Eric Stahl, who was the C-17 pilot, he laid it all out. This administration lied. Why would they have had a plane stand by 30 days before 9/11/12? It was planned. It was planned from the get-go. I had said in the video that I did, MOV 01868, that thing should have gone viral a long time ago. This administration had planned to kidnap or to have the ambassador kidnapped. Obama would have traded the ambassador's life for the blind sheik. That's what Benghazi was all about. I cannot believe that no one can do anything to protect the American people. Thank God Eric Stahl came out and told the truth. And Bret Baier did a great job on the interview. Again, the link has a piece that's written along with the entire interview that Bret Baier conducts with the pilot of the C-17. After you listen to the video, you won't have any misunderstanding as to who did what and who knew what when. This administration lied, and they allowed Americans to die. That's what they did. Hillary Rotten Clinton, Barack Hussein Obama, they should all rot in hell for what they allowed to happen to innocent, brave Americans. That's what they should do. They should all rot in hell. Go listen to the video. Go listen to my video, MOV 01868, and you tell me if I was right on a year and a half ago. You tell me that there's no way that they couldn't have known the truth. And they lied to protect Obama so he could steal another 4 years flying his ass around with his transgender in Air Force One. It's sickening. That's what it is. Absolutely sickening.